And I'm sure a lot of you have been in like potentially like life or death situations or other sketchy situations where like you, before you can even process what's happening, you have like a heightened response, and like you're like going and your adrenaline's moving because you know something's up. That's this part of the brain. So there's a part of the brain that evolved in reptiles, and basically what it's responsible for is prioritizing information and understanding if it's worth a calorie investment. Because you think like back in like prehistoric ages, like if you weren't able to eat, you would basically die, right? And so this is one of the first things obviously that had to evolve. And the thing is, this brainstem is directly connected to the optic nerve. And so when you see stuff and it comes into your brain and your brain processes it, it's the lowest part of the brain that's actually concerned with your survival. And so if you think about it evolutionarily, if I was like I don't know, like if I'm a wolf and I'm sitting on the edge of a pond in Louisiana and there's a crocodile or an alligator right there and it lunges at me and I don't have a quick enough reaction time to dive out of the way, I'm gonna die, right? And so obviously we've evolved past that. But the reason that's important is our brain still processes that information. I'm sure a lot of you have been in like potentially like life or death situations or other sketchy situations where like you, before you can even process what's happening, you have like a heightened response, and like you're like going and your adrenaline's moving because you know something's up. That's this part of the brain. And the thing is, in order to get to the part where someone is even thinking about your offer, they have to have already passed through this. Right? So they have to pass through the brain that's concerned with, is this a useful investment in my time? Is this something I have to actually be concerned with right now? And so a big thing that a lot of people mess up, and again, remember, this is connected to people's eyeballs. And so things like confusing landing page design, not giving people the exact information that they searched about, we're talking about search intent, if that's not immediately there for them, their brain, before they can even consciously think of it, they're going to leave the landing page. So really important. So the way that the processing works is it goes through basically this am I safe area of the brain, like do I need to bounce out of here, or like is it cool to stay? And then they go into the limbic system, which processes emotions. So am I loved? What is the meaning of me and all that type of stuff. So am I loved? So the emotional state, when you hear people say like you write for people's emotions, it's because of this. So this is like order of operations, survival state, emotional state, and then they get into the what can I learn from this, like logical part of the brain, which evolved much more recently, but takes up a lot more space.